yeah. All right, that's that fucking theme song right there.
All right, so here, fuck it. All right, so on this nameless podcast, let's introduce ourselves.
My name is Brandon, also known as Chester.
My name is Eric Bruns, also known as the Coon.
My name is Michael Benjamin, but you can just call me Benjamin.
And I'm Brad Keller. So let's start this off. Brandon, what do you got for us?
I didn't give my last name because I'm fucking private.
Oh shit!
My last name's Parrot. But anyways, they call me Chester because I'm a molester, but whatever.
Kind of
Not a good way to start the podcast, bro.
Not at all.
It was kind of obvious. I've met you before, but I still obviously thought that's why they called you that. Not
This
even though
is
that wasn't
a
your name.
pro-molester podcast.
Not even knowing that was your name.
We're out to anti-demonize.
Molestation is cool.
Like, I totally legitimately thought that was your nickname.
I mean, it's
and the reason why, too.
It's a point of view.
Before
It's a
even meeting
perspective. Let's not go there. I mean, who doesn't have a record? All right. So let's just fucking dive right into it. The first thing we wanted to talk about, because we've been talking all night tonight, and we've got some recording, but this is like our first official fucking recording. Let's talk about masturbation. Because that's a good place to start the first fucking podcast we have. So the topic of masturbation is when we were kids. We are all, I believe, in our 30s now. Am I getting that correct? All of us are in our 30s?
Correct.
Okay. All of us are in our 30s. When we were when we were younger, when we started jerking off, we did not have the technology that the younger generation has today, which I don't know about you, but I am fucking envious of. We did not have like fucking porn at our fingertips. We did not have the YouTube version of porn, like fucking like 5 different versions of that fucking Pornhub, YouPorn, RedTube, XTube, fucking all that shit. Did not have that. Really, I was jerking off like before the internet was even fucking popular. And so I was jerking off to magazines that my fucking brother handed down to me. It was the first time I jerked off. It was to a goddamn TV guide with fucking Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld, and a low-cut, like, fucking dress. And I didn't see... It was just, like, fucking cleavage. And that was the first time I jerked off. So, what I want to know, and we're going to open this up to everybody else, what I want to know is... That's what I jerked off to when I was a kid. What did our ancestors jerk off to? So what did our forefathers jerk off to? I mean, obviously, like, maybe our dads and even our grandpas might have had fucking, like, magazines or dirty pictures or something they picked up at the fucking 5 and dime. I don't know. But prior to that, like, going back, Ancestry.com, like, when we fucking... When my fucking... when our fucking... I remember. That's our first sponsor. Ancestry.com. When our fucking my great-grandfathers who are fucking slave owners, what were they jerking off to? Were they jerking off to their fucking slaves, to their sisters, to a fucking painting? I open this up to you guys. I've been talking for a minute. You go.
I want to just interject one real quick before you guys... so if I was a slave owner and my slave was out picking the cotton, like, you know, they're all hot and sweaty and there's probably, like, titties fucking, you know, just, you know, as the day goes on and
this is all going to be a fucking edit. We are 10 seconds into our fucking podcast. We're talking about slaves.
Well, anyway,
slave
sweaty. So you're out there watching.
Wait, what kind of slaves though?
I guess straight from Africa. I don't know. Was there different types of slaves?
Not really.
No, I think they just pulled them from Africa.
So they're out there, you know, they probably didn't give them the best wear, so they're all nice and sweaty, and them tits. I don't know if they had like the chicken nuggets.
Was it shameful? What did you say about chicken nuggets?
Well, you know, like nowadays you got 16-year-old girls with tits the size of fucking rock stars. Like you don't even need to fucking.
Do you think like tits have evolved in the last 150 years?
Yeah, I mean, so like a slave's tits probably, you know, a good B or a C cup. They're not like double D's. So that's
okay. So let's talk. Let's like the development of titties over the years.
Well, let's go back to what our forefathers were jerking off to. So
let's do that because we dived way too into slaves.
That they would sell secretly throughout the town and towns.
There you go.
For like 10 cents or 15 cents or whatever.
So I think we touched on this earlier outside of the recording, which doesn't make a fucking difference to the people listening to this. But like the fucking evolution of technology.
Is that one of the inside jokes we're supposed to talk about?
The evolution of jerking off and how it has correlated with technology. So obviously you have like things that have come into technology. So like the camera comes into that comes out available, and immediately people start taking pictures of naked chicks and distributing them. And then like fucking video cameras become available, and immediately you start filming people fucking. And then the internet becomes available, and immediately you fucking post naked pictures and videos online.
But the evolution, where we started from.
But right, what was before the photograph?
Think of that then. Okay, fine. Writing on a wall of fucking boobs and fucking
like graffiti?
legs. Not like a cave wall.
Okay.
A cave wall. That far
the
back.
cavemen used to jerk off to like fucking stick figure boobies.
Yes, think about it. They really use real clay and like of not ink of course, but a type of chalk that was able to be colored and whatever, and show them in their little whatever they were wearing, And think about talking about the sweaty thing and how hot it might have been, and things that weren't being shown, but things that were being shown.
Yeah.
Damn near everything was probably being shown anyway, so it was probably more out in the open than you would really think. That wouldn't need to be something that could be closed off. I mean, I don't know. I think it was only maybe at a shift in moment to where they could try to maybe try to persecute it and try to sell it more than anything.
I think like as far as like how open we are towards sexuality has really kind of taken a roller coaster over the years. Because if you look back, like ancient times, like fucking ancient Greece, and like fucking like going back to like the ancient China, you have like Greek paintings where like there's fucking orgies going on, and like in fucking ancient China you have like the Kama Sutra that's going on, and they're just like they're sexually exploring, and then. Yeah. Not to get too...
But they didn't need to jerk off. They just fucking straight
fucked.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And that's
everybody jerks off, but I mean...
Well, to the extent of whether they want to do it with themselves or with others, and then or vice versa.
Not everybody was invited to that orgy.
No.
Not everybody.
No.
Just,
Somebody was masturbating in the corner.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the cool thing about, human beings is like... since we started, like our entire deal is like propagation. Like we want to like come. Like it's not really about having babies. Like that's the end goal, but we like coming because that's like our end game. That's like our goal. So it's like, back in the old times we had, cave paintings where it was stick figures and they were like, oh, well, this one has tits, so I'm going to, like, furiously masturbate. Yes. Like, and even if you want to think before that, like, what is do you think, like, the first, like, human baby, or not even, I wouldn't even say human baby.
Are we bringing babies into this masturbation conversation?
This is going to become evolution.
Can you imagine, though?
We're going from masturbation to evolution.
I mean, just imagine, like, the first masturbation, like, somebody brushes their hand across their dick, and they're like, oh, wow.
Or the first wet dream they had.
Yeah, like, I usually just piss out of this thing, but now I can, like, touch it, and that, like, ooh, I'm getting the tingles. And so now they're like, well, I want to think about sex while I'm rubbing my hand against my dick or whatever. And they're like looking out at all the, chicks that they can't fuck at the cave site or whatever.
The cave site.
Yeah. That's fucking great. They're like drawing stick
Do you
figures.
think the dick to vagina ratio in the cave days was off to the point where there was more dicks than vaginas, and like there's like 3 dudes jerking off in a corner while the dudes with the bigger dicks or the dudes who are better hunters fucking got the pussy?
Well,
yes.
it wasn't about
yes, immediately.
back in the day. It wasn't about bigger dicks. Like you could have the smallest dick in the world,
but if you're a better
as long as you
hunter,
could kill a fucking mammoth and bring it back, you were the alpha male. It's like I don't care how big your dick is. That's just gonna tear their fucking uterus open. They're gonna bleed out and die. Like nobody wants to die. We don't have hospitals. Like I killed that fucking mammoth. We're gonna eat for like 3 months on that shit.
No, the nurse's station is 2 killer dogs away.
But the thing is, like, our ideas about sexuality have just like progressed. But masturbation has always been a thing because we all want to self-gratify ourselves.
But there's always, and I think masturbation has always been a thing because there's always been those dudes that can't fucking get pussy. Let's be real. That's gotta be a fucking thing. Like ancient fucking Rome. There's dudes like that are homeless.
Yeah.
That can't get fucking pussy.
But there's always the fat slob that's fucking out there that needs to get fucked that the homeless guy can get a piece of.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think I've got sex since I was fucking 15? It's not like I was fucking wrecking them with mammoth kills.
And that brings up another point, and it's like, it's not all about male masturbation. Like, female masturbation is just as much of a thing. Like,
but what do women masturbate about? Do they masturbate about like Princess Bride, like this fucking luxurious fucking being of a
Andre
man?
the Giant?
They masturbate to Andre the Giant walking through their front door. And he's got roses, and he's like, "Oh, this is just because this is the day that I love you." But every day is the day that I love
you got to do that in the Andre the Giant voice.
So like, a woman compared to a male, like, so
and then they're like, "Let's fuck."
when a male masturbates, like shit, if I saw a fat girl's tit, I could fucking jerk my shit off all day on a Sunday.
You could
so it's fucking
imagine
raw.
a fat girl's tit and jerk off all day on Sunday.
You could look at an old lady's knees and stockings and pretend that it's a chick bent over and fucking a
Cavemen looked at stick figure paintings and jerked off because
you can jerk off to literally anything, and that is only the human-based sexual fetishes.
So
the outer reach of this is like masturbation isn't all about propagation; it's about stimulation. And there's people that masturbate to like driftwood. There are people that masturbate to feet. There are people that masturbate to
feces.
Driftwood. I'd like to tap into that some more. They're masturbating to driftwood.
I mean,
it's erotic.
If you think we've got 7 billion people in the world right now, and over the course of how many years that you want to say was in the past, people get off on different shit. Stuff gets boring. People have birth defects.
Put a piece of driftwood.
It doesn't matter. Like, if you can imagine it, somebody is jerked off to it.
I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly that there's nothing new.
You can have somebody fucking drinking Tide and somebody would drink or jerk off to it.
Drinking Tide.
Yeah, like everything is a fetish. Every single thing.
I don't
And it's
know.
like,
I mean, everything that we know of. I mean, you don't know someone likes to just look at wall outlets and.
well, how is everything that we know of different than everything?
I gotta say the
I'm not gonna
product.
say
what we
like
don't
things
know.
I don't
That's how
know.
it's different. It's different because that's what we don't know.
I gotta say the product placement in our masturbation, that's gotta be a newer thing. You put Tide in there.
Yeah. Hey, I threw electrical outlet in there.
So-
That's our second sponsor.
Look at that. Yeah, Tide Yeah, what's up, Tide?
The product placement in our masturbation. That's a new.
You really get all the cum stains out of my socks.
I also made those electrical outlets we got from Lowe's.
Hey, Brunswick, you're
so good.
It's like, oh, look at the way that bitch drinks Tide.
So we're talking about female masturbation. Like, I gotta wonder, like, is that culturally, like, I know culturally that's something that's, I mean, has been accepted recently, but I imagine that maybe that's also been an evolution type of thing, where, like, we were talking about masturbation in general and how that's a kind of roller coaster thing. I know I'm getting low.
I don't know though if it was with them though that it would have been such an evolutionary thing, because I don't think they were from a cultural thing and from them biologically, they just fucking didn't have time for it. They were doing so much other shit, you know.
Well, a lot of them died off giving fucking babies.
That's what I'm saying. So
Giving
they're
babies, you know, whatever.
preoccupied. And I know though that there was a time where it was basically being treated like a medicine though, like.
Sure, I knew
for
that.
women specifically,
Really?
at first, and then it really got into real doctors. They were doing it for them.
Yes,
And,
I'd like to do that.
but they were treating it like some kind of like completely kosher thing, and like.
But prior to that, because I mean, you're talking about like maybe like 20th, maybe 19th century.
Yeah.
Prior to that, when,
Yeah.
I mean, and I think what really like brought this kind of conservatism towards sex and masturbation was religion, and I don't want to get too into religion, but I think.
Damn it, Chester.
But I mean, if you look at, like we were talking about earlier, like the fucking like the paintings from ancient Rome, ancient Greece, they're fucking having orgies, and like fucking ancient China's having the Kama Sutra, and then you bring in modern religion, and then it just goes to shit because we're made to feel ashamed of that
Wasn't
shit.
it India, not China?
The Kama Sutra?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm being racist.
Okay.
Racism will be a big
Well,
part
they're
of
all
this
slant
podcast.
eyes.
See, my point
Alright,
exactly.
Here's actually a question. Like, I like to give facts and know stuff. I want to know from you guys, if you ever heard, like, you always hear about, like, male animals masturbating.
Like chimps?
Yeah, chimps.
Sure.
Especially chimps, because, like, you know.
I mean, they're their
monkeys
closest like ancestors or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You know, fucking, you know, porpoises. I've seen a manatee like jerk himself and suck himself off. Like
A manatee?
a manatee.
Sucking
Tom
himself
Gilpin?
off.
Please describe it.
Manatee
So it was
is
a
like
video.
We
and
should
there
drop
was-
like full names.
It was like a zoo, and this manatee had like a fucking forearm-sized dick, and he's like bending down and sucking it and shit.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
that's in my dreams. I suck my own dick in my
Okay,
dreams.
so
frequently.
we know for a fact that animals, male animals, masturbate. Do female animals masturbate? I've never seen like a video of like a chick monkey
Like,
fingering herself.
Whoa.
Well,
smacking that
I don't
shit.
mean to,
Alright.
but here,
That's a really good question.
I've never really seen a Homo sapien masturbate unless they were paid to do so. Like, I mean, like, so.
Wait a minute, what? That's a human.
Yeah.
You've never seen a human masturbate unless they're paid to do so.
Or, like, you know, they're like.
What about yourself?
God.
You ever watch yourself in the, you ever watch yourself in the mirror? Really get
female
you
Homo
going in the
sapien.
morning.
God damn it, I've been drinking. Anyway. Alright, no, yeah, so, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, they do it. I've been told they do it, but,
I've been
like,
told.
is it usually.
I've seen it on film. Like, not just in pornos, like, either. Like, girls have dated.
Well, yeah, never mind. All right. Jesus Christ.
Girls just want to have fun.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah. All right.
Hang on, isn't there, like, a song about female masturbation?
All right, back to
Yeah,
your
it's
point,
called
Bruns.
girls want to have fun. What was my point?
Animals masturbating.
Female animals
Female animal,
masturbating,
yes.
Yeah.
Female
So
animals.
I wonder
That's a
if
good
they have the, like, some of them,
Do
like the
they?
chimps, I would think would, but I don't know that all female animals would have the physical requirements to
Well,
masturbate.
fuck, I didn't
Why
know.
not?
But you think about it,
Why
and it's
wouldn't
like,
a goddamn
well,
manatee
what
had
is,
it?
what is
It
sex?
depends on the animal.
What is sex in
Well,
the
yeah, it
animal
depends on the
kingdom?
animal, but
That's what I'm saying.
Reproduction.
Like a
That's
female-
about
a female
it.
chimp.
Men
Yeah.
men ejaculate. They orgasm, they fucking shake, and they fall on the ground or whatever. Like fucking rhinos, apes, sloths, fucking tortoises, whatever. They come and then they go about their day.
A sloth jerking.
Well, how many fucking female orgasms are there? And really, can you get off like a female tortoise? Like, can you just like?
But do
finger
female
till she
tortoises get off?
Can they come?
I don't think
any
female tortoise. That's
Can
a good
any
question.
female animal come? Because has
Yes.
anybody tried to make a female animal come?
Well, Tom Gilpin might have. But
I'm just saying. Like, males come.
I don't
We
want to
know
make
that.
assumptions because I think
I
we're
would
just
think
throwing
that
assumptions out there right now. But do females or animals need to masturbate, or can they just
Well,
get
hold
dick?
on.
Can they get dick anytime they want it?
Well,
Because I kind of feel like they can.
But he's getting at, do female animals come? Like,
Can they
Can
come?
they come? Yeah. All right.
Like,
Like,
could
do they have slits and-
could I build a machine that would fuck a pig, a pig
just get it
girl,
off?
Like one of those,
until
like, fucking,
it
like,
fucking like
He just kind of
shakes?
like, like she walks up to the back scratcher on like the Garfield fucking cartoons, like he's getting his back scratched, and the fucking pig comes up and just gets fisted in the fucking vagina.
Yeah.
Gets a fucking rock
And
off.
she's like,
You need
Oink,
new
oink,
fetishes
oink.
every day.
yeah.
Jesus.
I would live with that. to
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, has anybody ever... I mean, we've got Google. I'll Google it tomorrow.
I'll
I
Google
kinda-
it fucking right now.
Yeah, let's see if
Okay.
animals come.
But do
Our female animals come.
What
God
kind
damn it.
What kind
God
of
damn it.
female animals come? What kind of female animals come?
Female pigs come.
Well, we don't have to use pigs.
Well, I kind of want to know about
Well,
pigs.
I mean, pigs have a pretty fantastic orgasm. Like the males, it's supposedly what, like
do you
40
know?
minutes or some shit.
Do you know-
They're just like fucking
What?
convulsing and like, oh
right.
shit, that was great.
I will say, okay, here's my Google search, just so you know, so you can do the same thing. So you can do the same thing at home.
Siri, do animals come?
Do female pigs come? And I spelled it with a C-U-M because there's some sort of debate, I think, about how you spell come when it comes to jerking off or orgasms.
It's C-U-M for cum, and then
I've heard...
came, I always spell C-A-M-E.
See, I've heard some people say that that CUM doesn't actually exist, and that, like if you're really being like, if you're
What?
putting it into a
I'm pretty
fucking
sure it
novel, it's COME, just like it would be like come to a fucking party.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense because I spell came. I don't ever say
Yeah.
cummed, like C-U-M-M-E-D.
true.
I cummed. Der.
I'll say
Cummed.
I'll say I cummed.
I'll say it all fucking day long. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna write that. in my
Actually, no, I
novel.
wouldn't say that. I'd
So
say
is that not even like a word?
I would say I
Cum?
came to all over. No, I'd just say I came all over her face.
Yeah.
Not came all
I
over her
came.
face. Anyways,
Oh, cummed.
I'm
second.
gonna come. I came.
All right,
It
right
wouldn't
on.
be cum.
It wouldn't be cummed, it'd be came.
Anyways, so second, not the first, because the first is more like an article about pigs. But do female pigs come? The second article that popped up. Do pigs have 30-minute orgasms?
What?
All right, let's.
No, male pigs have 30-minute orgasms.
Oh, yeah,
I've
what's
always
this
heard
at?
about
It's
that.
talking- it's talking about
We don't
females?
care about males. This is gonna be. Let's care about.
Let's care about the
ladies.
women.
Let's-
Let's take care of our
yeah,
That was
ladies.
my
with
idea
the,
before we even had this conversation.
Let's take about our favorite lady
I
pigs.
brought this
If
in
I've got
here.
to finger a fucking pig tonight, we're
Going
gonna
on
take
a
this
fucking
show on the
hayride.
road.
Yeah, boy.
I'm sure there's a few out there in this parking lot.
The history of masturbation. The first man to make a lady pig come.
We're gonna fucking sprinkle that cum all over our bacon tomorrow morning.
That shit happened in Alabama 200 years ago.
You feed her apples. I'm gonna hold her back legs and finger her.
Finger fucker, yeah, bitch.
Give me that bottle.
What is okay? So a female dog is called a bitch. What is a female pig called?
It's called
I
a.
thought it was fucking pig.
Google that shit.
All right, well, fucking.
Isn't it a sow?
I think that's just like the general fucking race of pigs, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I've met several sows in my sexual escapades.
Oh, you know you should never say to a woman.
Call her a sow.
Yeah.
It's like, hey Sal, you had enough salad?
Well,
I don't know.
That's a good like underlying joke you could say though without her knowing about
Do you
it.
want to know the truth?
yes.
All right, here we go. The word pig, hog, and swine are all genetic terms without regard to gender, size, or breed. A male pig is called a boar. A female pig is called a gilt.
Guilt.
A
There you
gilt.
go. That
A
is.
gilt if she hasn't had piglets yet, and a sow if she has.
So you're slut shaming pigs.
Yeah, you can take that terminology into fucking the Homo sapien realm.
Babies though. Only
Guilt
babies.
because I fucked a black girl and then Jesus, there we go.
A
with the
black
racism.
virgin.
Yes.
And that's
this is a
guilt.
racist podcast.
You get
It's
guilt
officially a
from
racist
that.
podcast.
And then everybody else is a sow. It's like, oh, you fucking sow. You've already propagated. You're just some fucking used old material.
It's like the
Fucking
Scarlet
sow.
Letter almost.
You're like a 95 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
It's Demi Moore.
I don't have any more money. You're the best I can get.
You fucking
You're
sow.
gonna give me the A and B. Sow.
It's
sow.
It's Demi Moore and a 95 Honda Civic.
Are you kidding me? I would fucking rip off my testicles to fuck Demi Moore.
Yes.
And,
And a Honda
and a 95 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, as I was coming in her, I would be like, just to make sure you're pregnant by one of me, I'll rip off my testicles and shove them inside your vagina. Just hold them there as I bleed out.
Fucking sow.
Like, can I ask? Are you doing this like in a time machine? Like, are you like doing this like pre?
I'm doing this right now.
right now. So
You're
you're
actually
I mean,
probably
dude, she's
like
built like a fucking.
probably like
Shoo.
a couple days because
like post like Ashton Kutcher, Bruce Willis. Like, do you really want to follow up Bruce Willis and Ashton Kutcher? Like, do you want that? Like, do you want to be the dick that follows fucking Bruce Willis?
Do you know the kind
I
of
don't
dicks I've
care.
followed up? And Ashton Kutcher and Bruce Willis is the fucking ones I gotta follow up. Hell yeah, I don't mind.
Fair enough. When you're fucking a whore, you don't really want to know the dicks you followed up.
Yes. Somebody's at the door.
Someone's at the other door. I just heard them talking out there.
Is it the hooker?
No, it's a boy in a Freddy
Or
Krueger shirt.
or the guilt? She might be a sow.
Can we talk about $20 blowjobs?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Because this is our podcast and we
This
can
is
do
all
whatever we
part of
want.
masturbation. What is a blowjob but mutual masturbation?
Well, it wouldn't be
That's
mutual.
like Play-Doh.
Would it? I mean, it would just be like, I masturbated in your mouth. Well, not yours specifically, but yeah.
It's not masturbation. It's
All right.
doing it for you.
All right, I don't mean to like turn this into more of like a battle of the sexes,
Oh,
but
I got one before I forget about it.
hear me out.
All right.
What is more work? And obviously all of us are kind of one-sided on this, but what is more work? Going down on a chick, like eating pussy,
I had a feeling you were going to say something.
or blowing a dick? What is more work?
Well, from my experience,
So let's try to be biased on this one, like unbiased, I should say, because we're all biased. Cause
All right.
we all eat pussy and we've all gotten blowjobs, but
Let's hear it, Bronze. What's more work?
okay, so, I mean, just from a general, like, standpoint, I mean, I don't know, I have, come from just a blowjob, but it kind of takes, like, visual stimulation.
it's rare.
Like,
It's rare for me. Yeah.
Like, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd rather get a blowjob.
But-
Fuck.
That's what I'm
Really?
saying. It depends on the person for both me and them.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier to come getting a blowjob because basically their mouth is just like doing that.
Just sucking in, yeah.
It's the same thing as a pussy, but
Up,
it's
down.
like a pussy with a tongue.
Oh, see, I'm not that way at all. I come way easier on a fucking pussy. Like, that's, I don't know, maybe that's too
Oh,
specific,
yeah.
but-
I mean, because it's warm.
yeah, it's diff. Well, I mean, a
Oh,
mouth's
I shouldn't
warm,
be
but-
doing this without a fucking rubber on.
Well,
I just like
But here's the thing. It's like,
if you're getting only blowjobs like that, then there's some weak ass blowjobs.
but you're.
yeah, man.
Here's what it is about eating pussy.
Yeah.
licked and fucking kissing and everything.
Do you not?
Yeah.
Whenever you get your balls
That's
sucked,
the
do
shit.
you not like?
Love
do
it?
you not-
Yes, every time.
Yeah, but I mean, do you not like look at the chick and be like, "Thank you"?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
I look at her
worried
like,
about,
you gotta
like-
look in his face.
You're just like, you're like, yeah. I
You,
mean, like,
you want to almost like stop her and be like,
appreciate
kiss her in the forehead. Like,
You
you're
want to
so
hug her.
nice.
You want to hug her.
Yeah,
You're like, thank
but
you
you
so
don't
much.
because you're like, just keep.
I kind
If
of
she
get worried
doesn't
about
finger
like,
your ass, then like, why hug her?
no.
Oh, I've had the finger in the ass too.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. The tongue on right below the balls is just.
Oh, in the taint?
To go up,
Like,
to go
Jesus.
up, all the way
She's
from all
so
the way from
close
there, all
to
the
the
way up to
butthole,
tip.
but
All the way
she's
up
just
to the
teasing
tip.
it. It's like, oh, you slut. I'm fucking hard.
Like, I'm sorry,
fuck you. I'm gonna put a baby in you.
If you have a girl that touches tongue to taint, marry that girl. Just fucking marry her tomorrow if she'll let you. Because I mean, Jesus. I mean, even getting a girl to suck your balls.
Okay, I've only been with a few people, but every person that I've been with, I've gotten them to do that for me.
Really?
And
That's impressive.
And I'm not one to be
You're not like.
always really manscaping that great down there.
Oh, sure.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I'll
the
try to be
worst
kind.
thing.
That's all I'm saying.
You're a horrible person.
I try to be kind. During those times, I try to be kind. But they're that great and loving to me, or at least I think that I'm able to get them to do that. That's just fucking. That's my ultimate goal, is to try to get them to do that. Once you felt that, oh my God, you got.
See, maybe it's just me because I went, and I'm not throwing too specific information out there, but I am. I went so long because I was married for a very long time. I went so long without even getting blowjobs, like even just blowjobs, that once I started getting blowjobs and like a couple girls would like fucking suck my balls, it was like, oh my God, this is a goddamn revelation. I didn't know that girls could even do this.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Suck
even.
balls?
I know, right?
Oh well, yeah. All right. Right on.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're not going to name names here, but you know who I'm talking about, and that was a revelation for me. And so to think, like, I don't know that I've ever had a girl like go below the balls and go to the taint, not with the tongue, but I think if you get that, that's special.
But
That's special.
You know what's special is being able to do anything in the bedroom whatsoever, and there's no like shame.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to.
That is special.
You never have to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I discovered that I liked is being choked
Okay.
and choking.
Well,
No, I'm not gonna lie. I can see that.
I fucking love it. Like there is nothing hotter to me than
It
a
depends on
woman
how hard,
who,
I
like,
think.
you know, I can be like, oh, I just came, like I can't go anymore. I gotta go eat like cookies and milk or something. And then,
milk.
like she sticks her fucking hand around my throat, and I'm like, I'm hard again. That's weird. All right, well let's go. Like fuck yeah.
Are you gonna David Carradine on us?
No, but
Okay.
that's a completely different thing.
That's autoerotic.
Like,
autoerotic.
I would never like
Yeah.
hang myself or put myself in any
Okay.
personal danger.
Fair enough.
fucking
But it's
Chris
like-
Benoit.
Dressed as Batman.
You know, jerking off is one thing, and it's great whether I'm jerking off to stick figures or, you know, 3D VR porn of cartoons or horses or something.
Fingers crossed. That
But-
happens soon.
Like, when you're like getting choked by a person, not a fucking rope, because if I just wanted to get choked by a rope, I would do that. I would have done that months ago.
Just fucking ended it already.
But to have a person like wrap their hands around your throat, and then it's like they don't wink at you exactly, but it's like, I'm not gonna kill you. Like I care about you. I'm just gonna choke you to the point where
Is that what you tell yourself?
you're
when
gonna
you're raped?
come instantly.
Okay.
It's like bam, you fucking choke me, you sit on me, and you're like, I want you to come inside of me right now, you motherfucker, and you
Wait
choke
a minute.
me.
You want them to come inside of you, or the other way around?
No, that's what they say.
Okay. Okay. I was turned off by that. No, anyways,
If
go on.
they could come inside of me, I would find out how, and we would probably go with that.
Well, are you? I mean, you're not into dudes, are you? Because I mean,
No.
I'll check you a little bit if you.
No, because
This
them
podcast
fight
is going in a really weird direction. Fucking first episode.
So speaking of eating ass, who hasn't?
So,
I've
so
never
question.
eaten ass.
It's a question on that.
Well, I've never found a girl.
hey,
Hang
hold
on.
on,
That's a really good. That's a really good
moderator.
topic. That's a really good topic that we need to touch on in just a minute. But I have a question about that.
Here, give me that marker. Actually, you write it down.
Yeah, like eat ass. Write that down.
See all these ideas they give you guys?
Anyways, so going back to the choking for a minute, like when that first comes up, do you have a safe word for that? Like, is that a spoken thing? Because I've always wondered that. Like,
I haven't had a safe word because
or is it like
when
more of
I've
a
done
tap out?
it, when I've done it, it hasn't been like an extreme, but like it hasn't been such a violent like fantasy that it's like I have to like try and pull their hands off, and I'm like, if I try and pull your hands off, don't fucking
Like, have you ever been like close to passing out or?
No. It's usually just a feeling of
Like so it's not like a hardcore like squeezing on the neck. Just
it's
the hands around.
a gentle squeezing.
Okay.
Like I'm
there's no
an
real, like-
intro to
So there's no danger.
BDSM. There's really no danger. Like
Okay.
it's all. It's
Because how do you approach that subject? How do you approach that? Hey, we've had some fun, but I think tonight we need to take it next level. Would you be okay with the safe word? Like, how do you have the conversation with somebody, or is that just it? Did I just nail it?
Well, how I did
Why not?
it
You don't
is
do that, you know?
I just kind of like out of nowhere just kind of did it to her, and she responded greatly. She
Okay.
was like, "Bam, come."
See,
So I was like, I would like that too, and she was like, "Oh, well, that's cool." Like I was afraid of that, and now.
See, I'm always afraid of that
We're
kind of
open
shit
with
because,
that.
like, you know how like some girls like to have their hair pulled.
Yeah.
Not every girl likes to have that.
Oh, definitely.
And you just
life isn't a porno.
and you don't want to assume that because if you
You're supposed to
assume
make it,
that.
you know.
If you assume that and you're fucking wrong, then it just ruins the evening. But at the same time, it kind of ruins the vibe if you ask that.
Well, you don't ask. You just like
Do
you
gentle-
go
you
you
do a
go
test
lightly. You go lightly. Like if you want to do anal, you don't fucking ask if you want to do anal. You just like
Really?
I
start.
think you might want to ask, but
Yeah, that's
No,
always
that was
one.
one of those.
but
Oh, you got a surprise
some other
on.
people-
no, but you just here's what
yeah,
you do.
fucking dick.
You just
I guess
ease
that's why
into
they're
it.
called a dick.
You like start playing with her asshole, and then they're like moving around.
I can see a finger
fuck,
maybe.
yeah,
surprised
that
with, but
fucking
Yeah, you
feels
gotta work
great.
it in there.
And then it's like, okay, well I'm gonna like rub it with my dick now.
Okay, I'm gonna make a weird analogy on anal. So I see this as fucking Star Wars: New Hope, and you're fucking like the first squadron that goes in to try to launch the torpedo into like the fucking small little hole, and you just hit the wall, and then everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. And
Is that what you're saying? Fucking
yeah,
like
yeah, that's what fucking anal is like the first time. You're trying to hit it in there, and like it's just you're dead on arrival because you're just hitting the wall.
Dead on right.
Well, if you hit the wall without like
But then like
any sort of prep, like everyone's dead. There's not even like a second.
But then you get your second
Way.
run, right? You get your second run and you get a little closer, like you get close to the hole, but still everybody dies. And then you get your third fucking magical run and Obi-Wan is fucking guiding you and you fucking you enter that butthole and it's just fucking magical and the Death Star explodes and that's the female like just fucking coming from the anal, which I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah.
But like it's like
Do you smell that fart?
you're fucking like you're getting into the fucking anus, and you're like imagining like fucking Harrison Ford in your background, like, that shot was 1 in a million, kid.
When it slides in.
Just get in there.
Let's blow this thing and go home.
Let's blow the salt Perfect analogy.
That was the greatest thing I've ever heard. Let's play this thing and go home.
And that's anal.
If only I've seen Star Wars.
Oh fuck.
So anyways, where do we go from here?
Alright, let's talk about eating ass.
We were talking about ass, so this is a good segue.
Alright, yeah, so like have you guys ever ate ass?
I love eating it.
I've never ate
totally
ass
done it.
personally.
I've totally done it.
You like eating ass?
The right butthole, absolutely.
Alright, so here's a better question for you guys. Do you guys prefer your woman not to, do you take your woman out to eat before you eat the ass? Or do you make sure she doesn't eat out before you eat the
We go
ass?
Mexican before, so...
So you're down with poo?
Yeah, no, not poo.
Like, bitch farts in your face?
Farts.
You got your
I
fucking
want farts in my mouth.
I don't think I would be down for any sort of fart. Like, if a fart happened, it would be like, all right, well, let's stop and like just eat ice cream or something.
So you would be romantic about it.
You're all of a sudden got a craving
I'm
for
suddenly
budget,
not
Jerry's fudge,
like my
fudge
dick
cream.
goes from here to here. Like, okay, well, farts aren't.
But
my
can we be
thing.
real? If a chick farted in your mouth, do you think she's really gonna like be like, well, I'm gonna take my chances and let him keep going? Like,
Oh yeah, she's gonna kill herself.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Not
okay,
if you
so
keep on
not-
going.
Keep razor
Not if you
blades
keep
by
on
your
going.
bed.
If you keep on going, acting like nothing happened.
Oh no,
then
no.
she's gonna love you.
I've had this shit happen before, but not like when I was looking ass, but I was looking puss. Like I've had the girl like fucking like fart, and I didn't even fucking know it, and all of a sudden I'm getting my head pushed away, and I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong, or I just made her came, whatever. But I'm getting my head pushed away, and then I find out like she just runs to the bathroom, and then like 10 minutes later comes back, and it's like, what the fuck just happened here? And she's like, I fucking farted. Nah.
I thought you were about to say, like, I had to take a shit. Can you fucking lick the dingleberries out of my butthole?
Oh no, because I don't know. I would have made her shower first. But anyways.
All right, from my experience, there is 0 women that hate their ass being licked. They're afraid to ask for it because women as a race, I'm going to say that, not as a species, I'm going to say that women as a race, through pigs, fucking turtles, humans, I mean, all of them.
Where's this going?
They have been used to just being like a cum deposit.
I don't want to cut you off here, but like, you've been with good-looking girls. Have you ever been with a girl that's like 250 plus, and you know they had Taco Bell before you got in bed? Are you still down to lick that butthole?
That is a tough question. There.
Yes.
Good-looking girls eat Taco Bell too.
Well, you know, Pizza Hut, fucking Arby's, whatever.
You gotta find your moment.
Sometimes you put them on a fucking
greasy fast
regimen.
food.
You guys are on vacation, and it's like,
well,
you still eat that ass. Like,
All right.
I guess you better hope they ate Arby cheddars for that shit's blocked
that's why you always have to be open with that.
All right. So I want to get real for a second on this one.
What do you for lunch?
So
Don't worry.
how long do you eat the ass? Because when you lick a pussy, obviously there's a point where you have a pretty goddamn good idea that bitch has come. When you look at asshole, there's not a natural point where that bitch has come, because you're looking. There's no G spot there. There's no point where they fucking come. So it's more like a fucking like, I'm just gonna lick that butthole for a little bit and then do something else.
You don't just.
Licking asshole is always a foreplay move.
So how long do you go?
It's like throwing fucking like you know, engine injector in your gas tank or
You
something.
like dab a little bit like a gecko, just give it a little quick lick.
That's what I'm saying.
They
How
get like,
long are we talking here?
Wait, so
not
like
very
while
long.
you're down there licking that butthole, you never think about what slides out of that butthole.
Oh,
Okay, so here's another question.
Definitely
Like,
do. I don't know how you don't.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a big butthole licker, so I don't know.
Okay.
here's a hygienic question.
Buttholes always taste way better than they smell.
I'll agree with that.
That is a Gary.
Do you use mouthwash?
Prather
How could you know?
quote.
I'll agree with that.
And
Actually.
I have lived with that my entire life.
But here's a hygienic question. So, when a girl wipes after she takes a shit, you can't wipe forward because you can smear shit into the vagina and cause a fucking infection. Now, that's fucking gross as shit, but anybody who has a fucking baby girl knows that that's not what you do. You don't wipe
What
forward.
the fuck, Chester? Why are we talking about
So-
baby?
But here's what I'm saying. If you lick a
Living
fucking
up to his
asshole,
name.
Yes.
if you lick a fucking asshole, do you then go afterwards and like with all that fucking asshole like raw in your mouth, lick a fucking vagina?
Yes.
You
Oh,
live
fuck,
life
I mean, that
fast
bitch is
lane.
I
enough
will
for
do
me to
whatever
lick-
the fuck I want because, like,
If she's down to let me lick her butthole, I'm totally gonna eat that fucking vagina. Like,
But do you do that in like a certain order, or this is like a
I'm not
fucking
gonna
thing, like blah, 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 blah,
pull
blah,
out
blah,
the Scope mouthwash.
Okay.
well, yeah, you know.
And
same thing
she
as,
wouldn't
like-
want that either.
It's the same thing as like saying
You
her
ruined the
sucking
moment.
your dick and then making out with you and you making out with her or whatever and anywhere else. There's no rules.
The whole
It's all
the whole ass to mouth conversation, like after you plow a girl in the ass, would she give you a blowjob? Because it's just the dick has just been. in
Have
her
you guys
asshole.
had that?
Yeah.
I have.
I've never.
and it's amazing.
I've been like this.
I
I've been
have
like
had
have you?
shit
Not where
on
she's
my
like after I
dick.
fucked her in the ass. No.
Oh,
a couple
man.
times.
I mean, this bitch was fucking
I've done anal
disgusting,
like
but-
for like a second.
Oh
It's
my
not.
God.
I've never really experienced true anal, so that's still a
Yeah.
mystery to me.
You still haven't done anal? We're talking.
Usually anal is fucking great, but every once in a while, like it's just on
Every
the
once
spur
in
of
a
the
while.
moment, and then
I've had that.
you get shit all over your dick, and
Yes.
she's like embarrassed, and then you
Yeah.
gotta go take a shower, and then it's like
I've had
it's
one bad
fine, like,
experience.
I remember-
this is fun.
You've told me about your bad experience.
Yeah, I was plowing this girl I was dating butthole, man. She was digging it, I was digging it. Lights were out, we were listening to Typo Negative. I fucking pull out to complete, so I'm like jerking off of my hand. And then I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? I go flick on the lights. My hand was covered in fucking shit.
Yeah.
And cum.
God.
Yes, dude. I was
You
like,
should have took a picture.
I
of
mean,
your
it
hand.
looked like a goddamn fucking
Oh, my
a Sunday or something, you know?
You should have made that
Where's
the
the
profile
Worst,
picture. of your
worst fucking
army
Sunday
site.
ever.
Well, this was before Facebook, you know, so I would have made it my fucking profile picture. but-
Oh my God, it's insane.
That's
God damn it.
magical.
Yeah.
That's magical.
Well, you live.
All right, so everybody, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back from our fucking whatever. So here
Cigarette break.
What is it?
Cigarette break.
Cigarette break. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. So, Bruns, we're coming at you. What do you got for us today?
All right, so if you ever think about how you actually defeat your demons, you know, everybody has these issues. I mean, everybody goes through things. Like you might have some, you know, you stole a thing of candy when you're a kid, and like your parents are like, take you back. You're going back there and you're giving your candy back. And then you learn a lesson and you get, you know, something out of that.
Do you have like adult demons that we can relate to?
Adult demons, like, you know, maybe alcoholism,
Okay.
some sort of thing like any sort of sexual hang-ups. I mean, everybody's got some sort of demons. Like,
Well,
you know, I've got my demons, which are completely unique to me. and I have to fight these demons alone.
Well, you're right though.
But you fight them your entire life. And do you ever like actually defeat them? Was there ever like a time where you're like, anything that gives me fucking anxiety or freaks me the fuck out, like, am I ever gonna like get to a point where it doesn't freak me out? Or am I just going to keep like fighting every single day to like keep myself stabilized and not just drown under all this pressure? And we've all got these demons. Like, every single one of us, we have something that's in our mind that's almost a blocker to where we could progress in society. Like, if anybody's taken any drugs like shrooms or acid, just to say, I haven't.
I haven't either.
You've never had shrooms?
But I've heard from people
No, I've never done those things before.
that are very close to me and who have had similar experiences to me that have done these drugs, and they're like, well, I just get this new lease on life. I understand things. I understand like the bubble that I create around myself. And they get these sort of understandings, but then when they get off of that drug, like when it comes down in about 6 hours, so I hear, they just go back to doing the same shit that they've always done their entire life. So is there any way to break that cycle, or do you just like create a detour sign around your demons until the road's fixed and then your demons are back?
Well,
I think that depends on the person and what your demon is, because I think to the person, what one person's demon is another person's, I don't want to say not demon, but whatever the opposite is. It could even be opportunity. So like what you might consider what you might consider a demon, I might consider like a blessing almost.
you're leading right into everything that I'm thinking.
Well, I mean,
Okay, well go with it.
Well, talking about like what you're saying, different opportunities, it might be different opposite of what is someone else's, right?
Alright.
Or a different environment or experience. And so, as how hard these demons might be that we have, it's all about the different perspective,
Yeah.
and the like the way that we go about doing things and approach every different thing, affects us in that way. So then it's up to our final thing is that reaction, and it's also still our control. So no matter how much we might have something that's like weighing us down and stressing us out, and I know it sucks to take all the blame and on our own shoulders, but ultimately it's just us. I mean, it sucks to say alone, but really we're not. We still have to, like I said before, that like it really is that if the brain will shut down if you're not social. And
on top of that, my man's got a motto. You want to drop it for us?
So be on par. Adjust your par for your experiences, for your perspective, your approach, and your reaction, because that will be able to get you the success, for what kind of happiness or whatever you want.
But you got 3 words that sum it up perfectly.
Yeah, perspective, approach, and reaction.
Listen to that.
Adjusting on par.
One more time.
Perspective, approach, and reaction.
That's right. Listen to it.
So like I've had a friend who, and again I don't want to name names here, but I've had a friend who's come out and said, I am addicted to pornography, I'm addicted to masturbation. And I always felt like that was religion pressuring him to say that. Because I fucking jerk off and watch pornography all the time, and I love that shit. But he has done the same thing, and he's feeling shame for it. So what is a demon to him is not a demon to me.
But I mean, is he like a fucking Jesus roller, and he's like, oh God bless my fucking penis, I fucking masturbated. Like,
All right. Well, here's what.
And again, I think it's a matter of perspective, and it's a matter of who your inner circle is.
right
and things
on.
like that.
But what is a demon? Okay, so, we're not all religious, but we think of demons, like, even if we're watching, like, some B-rated horror movie or something, a demon is just like some scary thing that comes in that fucks up all your life. Well, so a demon is something you fear. So your demons are things that, like, bring you fear, and they bring you anxiety, and, like, they're things that are holding you back. So it's like, I've always feared that I would be an alcoholic. Because,
I'll bite on that.
There's a lot of people in my family that are alcoholics.
Same.
So I've feared that. And my fear is that alcoholism is going to destroy my life. So it's harder to, like, out of that, just be like, well, I'm just going to just go on with my life that's not being an alcoholic. Because I'm so afraid of, like, my demon part of it. The demons.
But some people would say, like, if you were afraid of it and you can acknowledge it, like, why would you, in a sense, embrace it? Like, let it come in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but how...
I guess...
Because not everyone can approach it that same way. Like,
are you gonna pick up a demon? Like,
whoa, yeah, but
demons are pretty creepy looking. They got, like, scales and shit.
But I mean, all right, so but we're not religious people. Are you a religious person?
I don't think
I mean,
any
this
one
has
of us
nothing to do with religion.
I know it's not, but
It's
you
special effects.
Exactly, but you acknowledge, like, alcoholism as a potential demon.
So I will say, like,
being like that could grasp you, and you know that it's there. Like, wouldn't you have a little bit more power to fight that fucking demon? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, it's just like something that just grabs you by the dick and you have no control.
I will say that, like, I was
Yeah.
super afraid to start drinking because I knew that my father was an alcoholic, and my concern was that I was going to become an alcoholic. And so I avoided alcohol altogether. I didn't start drinking until I was way after 21.
Oh my
like
God,
close
sorry.
Yeah, I know, right? Close to 22, because I knew what my father had done. And so that was my demon. It was that if I started drinking alcohol, I was going to become this addict. And nowadays, I mean, obviously I'm talking to you while I'm drinking beer, but I feel like I have enough control over that. If I ever felt like I would lost control over that, where it was all like, I have to drink this beer, like I cannot like live life without drinking this beer, I feel like I would be able to reflect on those experiences from my ancestry, from my past, and say this is an addiction that is out of my control because it's part of my genetics, and I have to stop. But that said, I think I'm in control of it enough that I can just do it on the weekends and in circumstances like this, and just have fun with it.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
but it took me a while to get to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fear, but the demon, like, didn't get a hold of you. Like, it didn't.
Then it's I never got to a demon.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
just
I never got to a point where. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I never got to a point where I was like, I need to overcome this.
I mean, are you telling me that there is nothing like there is zero subconscious thoughts in your mind that overtake you in your best fucking element and they fucking push you into the dirt? Like, when you're alone.
When you say the dirt, what do you mean?
Like, they take you down. Like, the voices in your own brain, like, when you're by yourself, like, don't take you down. Like, just fucking take you down.
I mean, if you're talking about depression, and I don't want to get into it too, like
this
sad. But I mean, no. I mean, it's a legitimate conversation. If you're talking about depression, then yeah, I mean, I've had that moment where I felt like I've been sinking, and I need a lifeline to cling on to. And I'm a proponent of like medication for that kind of thing. That said, you should combine that with drinking. But, you know, like PSA for our audience, don't fucking mix your alcohol with antidepressants. But I still feel like
lawyers.
But if you get into that situation where you feel like it's hopeless and you have no lifeline, then yes, reach out to your physician and get yourself on some antidepressants, because I'm not gonna lie, that shit has helped me in the past.
But what if you don't have insurance? And what if you wake up one day?
Well, that's a political. He's shushing because that's a political.
No.
Yeah. We're touching into political conversations.
Now Brad had to take a shot of tequila.
Yeah,
he said,
let's do shots of tequilas. All right.
No, Brad just has to do a shot.
Pause this podcast while we do shots of tequila. Yeah, let's do it. All right, shots of tequila. We'll be back. We'll be back momentarily. Fuck, where's the pause button? Shite.
We totally dived into politics right there.
Well. Alright, so we're back. Alright, so for our last topic today, we're going to talk about bathroom etiquette. Recently, I was exposed to a Chinese man because, you know, whatever, I'm racist as fuck. So, as I was taking a dump, this Chinese man decided he was gonna brush his teeth. Out of the courtesy of my American brain, I was like, maybe I should hold a plot before he could finish brushing his teeth. But this motherfucker was gonna scrub his teeth. So as I pinched my turd and I waited, this guy continued to scrub his teeth. Eventually, I just said, fuck it, dropped the turd plopped, a couple turds came out, plop, 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 and the motherfucker still scrubbed his teeth. So here we go, bathroom etiquette. Eric Bruns, tell me about bathroom etiquette, give me something.
Okay, so back in high school, I used to be in a club called Bathroom Club. Well, it was basically just like 3 nerds at the beginning, and we would just all go and we would poop together because it was always a really awkward situation, like even in high school especially, where everybody's hormones are developing.
You guys would poop together?
Yeah, we would poop together like women.
That's weird. I mean, not in high school. Well, okay, so not in high school, but like,
let them finish
I want to hear why it's weird.
Yeah, I want to hear why they poop together.
In middle school, I don't know. I imagine not just my school was like this, but in middle school, we didn't even have doors in the stalls. Did you experience that where you had no doors in the stalls and the door was goddamn open?
Is that why you have your nickname's Chester, because you didn't have fucking doors in the stalls?
No, that's because I molest people. That has nothing to do with pooping.
Alright, so Bruns, why did you go to bathroom with several other, like, were you in band camp, or like, what was going on?
Well, we were just buddies, and what happened was we did have doors on our bathrooms, and we would make jokes. And we would, like, poop because we were like, well, nobody's going to, like, haze us if we're all hanging out together because we're all fucking nerds.
Just all dropping fucking turds together.
Poop gang. I like it.
It was kind of like a poop gang.
Poop gang.
But we called it Bathroom Club because that was more PC back in the day.
Yeah.
Poop gang, Bathroom Club.
Well, did they have PC back in the day, or is just like...
No, we were a little above the trend.
Just how you guys connected. Yeah, right on.
We were best friends, pooping together. We were making sure nobody fucked with us and nobody, like, you know, picked us up and lifted up the toilet lid and dunked our ass in the water with our poop in there. And they're like, have poop ass nerd. We made sure none of that happened because I heard that was happening.
Why Billman would say to me that I was part of the bathroom club, and he'd say it like jokingly, like laughing, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Until later, I learned what he was talking about. But at the first time we said it, he was meaning it as a joke, like just because he caught me shitting and stuff. At the same time as him or something.
Michael Bellman's never shit in his entire life. Never seen it. He always went to bathroom club with us, but he never shit.
Never did.
Hang on, are we talking about the Billmans of, and I know we're getting a little insidey here, but are we talking about the Billmans of Indiana who can chug their fucking faces off?
This is their lawyer cousin.
Oh,
Okay.
so they're related to the Billmans. The chug the facer offers Billman.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, we know the Billmans who can chug their fucking faces off.
Oh yeah,
We've
you've
competed
never met
against said
Michael
Billmans.
either. Michael is a lawyer.
Yeah.
He is the weirdest fucking person I've ever met. He's awesome.
Like Charlie's uncle, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, small hands lawyer.
He's not.
I don't want to pull out too many references, but you know, that's what comes to mind when I
You
come
say
to
he's weirdest, and he thinks I'm the weirdest.
when I think of weird lawyers. Are you having a heart attack?
Don't fucking bring it out.
Don't bring it up.
We can cut that right.
Alright. So a quarter of us are having a heart attack right now, so let's move on. So bathroom etiquette is something that I feel personally strong about because I work in a very public place. I work at a call center where you have not just one, but a number of public restrooms, and you have somebody that could potentially be right fucking next to you pooping. And I believe there is certain etiquette. When you walk into a restroom, here's one thing I believe is like absolutely true of etiquette in a public restroom. You do not fucking answer or talk on a goddamn cell phone. That is just weird as shit.
Alright. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Alright?
But if you're in the bathroom, alright, say you got there just as somebody else had like applied the toilet paper and they've laid it down and they're ready to drop deuce. And then you're ready to drop deuce, but you know, like you just want to give common courtesy, so you don't want to drop that fucking deuce.
Until they do.
Until they do, like make some noises, like turn on the fucking fountain, or somebody walks in and takes a piss.
Or do courtesy flush, that kind of thing.
But what do you do? But say nobody's coming in and the two of you are sitting there, like it's almost like a fucking Clint Eastwood movie standoff.
Okay, fair. Fucking Mexican standoff, I get it.
Alright, yeah, but what do you do?
The buttholes of Mexican standoff.
What do you do there?
I say
Do you
you
drop the first turd?
You drop.
Do you drop and like break the barrier and get it going?
You gotta just give it a point and say.
So is that proper etiquette?
I think it depends on how many stalls there are. Let's talk about that.
Well, I'm talking 2 stalls.
Okay.
Side by side.
But I want to throw this out there because I think it's fucking bullshit. If there are 4 stalls.
4 stalls? What kind of bathroom are you shitting in?
One in a very populated building.
Saying, like, he's got like 16 bathrooms.
One in a very, very populated building.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2. Shit.
But let's just say that you have like fucking 4 stalls, and there's a dude obviously with his fucking pants at his ankles taking a shit in one, and you have like a restroom next to him that's empty, and another one that's next to him.
Of course, I mean, you're breaking it down, making it easier. Of course, yeah. You're gonna jump over to the. But what if he's sitting in the middle bathroom?
But here's the thing. What I often see is that I will be in one restroom, and there will be plenty of other spaces next to me available, but somebody will come in and sit right fucking next to me with plenty of room to sit like 2 spaces over, but they will sit right fucking next to me. And that's what I mean by bathroom etiquette. That if there is enough room that you can leave a fucking empty toilet seat in between you and the other person pooping in that public restroom.
Well, yeah, that's not proper restroom etiquette.
I think that should be educated as such. I think that should be taught in high school.
Well,
I think that should be taught in fucking, like, you should have a course in etiquette.
Well, honestly, that human being probably the guy that's gonna go in when you've got 4 stalls and he sits right next to you shouldn't be reproducing, but he's probably the guy with 4 kids.
Exactly, and that's why we need education on public restroom etiquette. And I honestly feel like, and I'm totally diving into a totally different subject here, but I feel like with education, education needs more real world education, and not just like teaching you math and fucking social studies.
Like a Chinese man shouldn't be brushing his teeth while I'm taking a dump.
That is part of social studies.
But that is not something that you teach. That is not something etiquette is not something that is taught in high school. That is something that is expected to be passed down from parents.
Or you can go other places to learn that.
Exactly.
There's other schools that teach certain things.
But that said, yes, and when you have a situation where there's just 2 stalls, that becomes a little tricky. But in the situation where there's multiple stalls, and
well, you drop the multiple stall on that, but that shit gets weird. Like, you just brought a whole new element. Like, that is weird as fuck. Like, if a dude comes in there and you can jump from a stall to a stall, and the guy sits right next to you.
Wait,
like, I mean, this is like...
Stall, have you guys ever had to do that when there was other paper and you said fuck it and you went and walked over real quick?
Yeah, yeah, I mean...
As long as there's nobody else in there.
Well, yeah,
that would feel a little weird.
Alright, if you break away from proper etiquette, yeah, do you, like, stop mid-wipe and jump into the other
mid-wipe,
stall?
no, absolutely not. Because, and this is just me, but I'm laying down a foundation on that fucking toilet seat of, like, layers of toilet paper that I can sit down on, because I don't want to sit down on that bare ass toilet seat. I
commit. I'm just like, man, you know what? You can't get fucking STDs from piss, so I just plop my ass right down in there.
I wipe it off with the back of my jeans.
I wipe. Well, I don't want it off my jeans.
But
Here we were talking about bathroom etiquette and all this, and when I've been in places where they wash their ass like right after they go to the bathroom, and that's what they do. And there is no toilet paper. There's just a bucket of water and soap, and you wash.
Like Indian shit. Like where you scoop your fucking hand and like.
No, it's Filipino shit.
Filipino shit.
Wait, were you in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He used to be married.
Yeah, he used to be married there in Filipino. And I was there for months at a time throughout the years.
No shit.
Because I know, like
anyway, back to the bathroom.
In like super poor, like Indian areas, like they will wipe with their fucking hands and shit. Yeah. And that's why you say like there's a certain hand you're not supposed to shake with an Indian.
What's done is they use the bucket of water first, and then do a whole bunch of, like, say they take a shit, and then use the soap.
Okay.
And then wash it again, and then,
You know what is probably the most fun part about, like, human culture is we've all got, like, those parts where we'll mention something and then we'll be quiet about it. And it's like, that's not something that we should, like, discuss. That's just,
culturally unacceptable?
Well, just
or inappropriate.
No, more like socially unacceptable.
Okay, socially inappropriate. I got you.
But should anything be socially unacceptable? Like, anything that you say should be socially unacceptable?
You're in the day and age of Donald Trump as our president. I dropped it. Is anything socially unacceptable at this point?
Well, what I'm getting at is, like, personally, like, should we feel bad about anything? Should we just, like, share everything.
Just like shit in the fucking middle of the road, or
Yeah,
what do you
like
mean?
I know stories
Rape
about
pigs.
you. I know stories about you. I know stories about you. Like our stories are what make us great.
But we all know each other. Well, I don't know you, but I mean, we all know each other pretty much.
The best way to know each other.
But I mean,
To
at work.
experience
Here's
each
the
other.
thing. It's at work. So
guy
they don't
party.
know us. They don't know us.
but they don't know us. But the people at work don't know us either. Presumably, and I don't want people to know the personal details of my life because I'm a piece of shit, and I don't want people to know that. I don't want people to know that at work.
If people have listened to this, they already assume that every one of us is a piece of shit.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So they know that.
Rocking the guilt.
And we already said our
Hang on.
first and our
That's an
last
insider.
names
The
for
guilt.
half of us. I'm Brad Keller, and he's Eric Bruns,
I'm Brad Keller, and I love turtles.
and that's Brandon, and that's Benjamin.
All right. I'm gonna draw it in, and guys, we've been drinking a lot, so I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna exit out of this shit real quick, and then we're gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass it around and say what our good qualities are. So Eric Bruns, start us off.
Our good qualities.
Yeah.
Like you guys.
Here, wait, I'll give you an example. My name is Brad Keller. I love tortoises and fat girls.
Well, you passed it to me, not Eric, but right on. This is Brandon Parrott, also known as Chester. I like curvy girls. I don't want to say fat because that's just not right. But I like curvy girls with big titties, and I like burying my face in buttholes. Eric?
My name is Eric Bruns. I really love card and board games, but I hate games.
What? I can't even do me after all this. Madness. I'm Michael Benjamin, and I don't know. Greatest abilities or whatever. What?
How big's your dick?
Not that big.
What's the best thing you've ever known?
Hell yeah. I fuck like a champion.
I'll just say, I guess I just want everyone to stay on par and adjust to their par for their life. You know, have the best perspective and approach and
Just say I
reaction
fuck like a
for
champion.
himself,
That's
and,
pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I really want. That's my passion. That's my
He
thing.
fucks
Try
like
to
a champion.
help people do good.
Girls, if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
hit up Michael Benjamin.
He fucks like a
He
champion.
fucks like a champion.
He's ready to settle down.
All right, we drug you through this. We hope to talk to you again. Until the next episode. Peace.
Yep.
All right.
Balls and dick.